Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Next Generation Prod's Attack of the Screen movie reviews with Noah Fryman. It is the second video, and I am already changing the name, yes, to no longer horror reviews, it's movie reviews. Moving on to today's talk, I will be discussing a group of people who I like to call Cinemorons. Recently, I viewed the 2012 comedy film, Ted. Not generally my cup of tea, per se, however, as a filmmaker and enthusiast, I must admit that the film was somewhat well made. Good performances by Mark Wahlberg and voice acting by Seth MacFarlane, as well as writing and directing by Seth MacFarlane. However, it's not the film that I might be able to bring myself to sit through again. Now that I've said that, there's going to be a particular group of people who consider themselves movie fans who are going to be unable to resist the urge to rage at me, proclaiming, "What do you mean you can't sit through Ted? You don't know good movies. It's one of the funniest movies ever made." Now before I continue, no, I am not saying that being a fan of Ted means being a moron at all. So before you try to call me closed-minded or judgmental, know that I wouldn't consider you moronic until you actually try to say that I was closed-minded or judgmental. The target people I am aiming at are the massive group of people who foam at the mouth at the newest modern comedy, like Ted, and then try to tell me that I don't know good movies just because it's not in my top 10. Here, take a look at a few of the films in my most loved list. A Clockwork Orange, Halloween, Dr. Strangelove, The Social Network, Blade Runner, and Ghostbusters. That is just to name a few, and they are different genres completely. Here's a few films in that target audience's most loved list. The Hangover, its sequel, Ted, Grown Ups, and Knocked Up. Two of those movies aren't actually that bad. In fact, from what I understand, The Hangover received critical acclaim. My review of the film is biased simply because I didn't enjoy the experience. Now look, to you people who have that list. You don't like movies. You like comedy. I am not criticizing comedy, nor am I saying that it is moronic to enjoy comedy movies only. But if you are a movie fan, you would tell me things that you like besides the comedy of the movie, besides just, I don't know, laughing at it. If my Halloween is your Ted, that's just that, and that is fine. But you aren't a cinemaniac like me. You love comedy, and you might even be able to pick out good comedy more than I can. I can only pick out good comedy films, not good comedy in general. But that doesn't make you a movie fan, nor does it make you more of a movie fan than I. Heck, not to be cocky, but it doesn't make you within the same vicinity of a movie fan as I am. You are a fan of the comedy in general. And that goes for any genre. I'm not just picking on comedy here, although I've talked about comedy the entire time. That goes for most genres. I'm just picking on the genre that seems to be so massively popular. I like it all, and sure, I'll admit that comedy ranks in my least favorites, and I do have my favorite genres and subgenres, but just because my favorite films differentiate from the masses of kids in my age doesn't mean that I am not a movie fan. Not to be cocky again, but I watch and love film way more than some of these. You think I have bad movie taste for being able to sit through Halloween a dozen times a year, heck, a month, and can't bring myself to sit through Ted more than once or twice, maybe 3 times my entire life. This has been Attack of the Screen with Noah Fryman. Thank you.